everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled and exciting episode, not to mention rage-inducing episode, of Andrew Rants, the video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world, and I bitch and complain about stuff that annoys me, bothers me, and makes me wonder where in the hell the reset button is, because at this point, I gotta find it. I mean that. So, if you haven't guessed, the title of this video is Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. Take a guess why. Now, I talked about the DLC coming out for this on my podcast, and in all honesty, I think I was kind of happy it was getting something, but now I'm not so happy. Look, you know my thoughts on DLC. I'm fine with it if it's free DLC, because as far as I'm concerned at this point, if DLC is something that gets added to the game, it should have just been in the game. Pokemon, I'm looking at you, you cheap-ass bastards. Now, let's just charge people $30 for something that we should have just spent an extra couple months putting in our fucking game in the first place because you didn't want to bother to do anything in the first place. That's why you had to screw people over. But I digress. Of course, Pokemon is my number one hot-button topic. God knows why, but I have others. And Kingdom Hearts 3 definitely jumps to that list. Look, Kingdom Hearts 3, as far as I'm concerned, was nothing more than Disney's massive video game erection, okay? That's how I want to word this, and that's how I want this to go down in history, okay? This was Disney basically stroking it so that they could enjoy themselves while you, the consumer, were sitting there buying this and going, no, I waited so long for this. Well, it seems fun. Yeah, let's just go through that. You know my thoughts. I've ranted about it, my issues with Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, when I did that video about a year ago, my opinion may have changed since then. It has. Oh my god, it's changed. While I have not played the game personally because, one, I'm not rich enough to own a PS4. 2, I'm not wealthy enough to own a PS4 or buy the game. And 3, and I want 3 to be the topic of choice here, I'm broke as shit! There, now we've gotten that out of the way, and you know that, I mean, after I pay bills and everything, I'm lucky if I have $20 left over a month. So, or at least out of my pay. So, yeah. That's how my life is, so bite me. I don't have money for a game system, so yes, if I don't play it, that doesn't mean I can't throw my opinions about it, because like so many other people, I watch other people play it. I'm more interested in a game for the storytelling aspect at this point, because let's face it, that's all video games are anymore. They're over-glorified movies. In fact, and I really hate to say it this way, but it'll really work, in all honesty. Take all the cutscenes from the first Kingdom Hearts game, Chain of Memories, 358 Days Over 2, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, and make up some for that mobile game that nobody can apparently play, I don't know, and Kingdom Hearts 3, not to mention this frickin' DLC. Combine them all together! And give us a 100% lovely movie, or just a series of, direct to DVD and Blu-ray, and call it the Kingdom Hearts Saga. Okay? Because the cutscenes are about the only good thing out of this game. Alright? I'm sorry. That's my stance on this. Disney spent more time with that third one, and Square Enix basically let them do it. That was nothing more than, let's have Disney's chubby guide our way. With the, oh look, it's the freaking attraction gimmick every time you play it. Oh look, at least you get some really cool summons from friends like Simba, who's really powerful, and Stitch, and did I mention Simba? Yeah, that's fun. But then there's also the concept of the game felt hollow and unfinished. And now that I've seen the DLC, I know why. No, let's talk about this one, shall we? Because, of course, I have a beef with this. A massive beef with this. Why would I be doing a raid video if I didn't have a beef with this? Because you're a kind, caring person? Hell no! Sit down! I'm not done yet. Let's go. Square, you screwed up big time here, and I want to tell you how. First off, CinemaSins could sum this game up perfectly. And yes, I have watched CinemaSins. For those of you out there that go, they're horrible. I like Cliff Note versions of stuff, okay? It saves me a lot of time and effort. Plus, it allows me gee, do I really want to see this movie? Let me see some clips of it to see if I can really buy the actors. Where can I do that and get a possible synopsis at the same time? CinemaSins! Of course, that's where I'll go. Granted, they might be assholes, and they've admitted it, that they kind of are, but I still respect what they do. To each their own, as I always live by. I am a master of that motto. To each their own. So for me, I watch CinemaSins, yes. But they can sum this game up, at least the first part of this game up, perfectly. You want to know what that is? Their one phrase that they say a lot. The power of boners! The first part of this DLC is nothing more than Sora trying to find Kairi, which could have just been the fourth game! Better yet, call it Kingdom Hearts 3.5 and be done with it, and give us what the DLC was as a standalone game! You have Sora going back through past worlds to find parts of Kairi and reconstruct her, either because he thinks that she may have been scattered to one of those worlds before finding out, oh, okay, I have an idea of where she is, and solve the mystery. Meanwhile, you have the B-plot of Riku and the others trying to come up with their own idea to try to save Kairi and or what's happening with them. But do we get any of that in this game? No. And by the way, I'm going to spoil this for you if you haven't played it yet, but it's been out for a couple days now, and, well, a few days by the time I get this up. And in all honesty, you'll have seen it by now, so deal with it. It turns out that Kairi is actually in pieces, mind you, as she was crystallized by Xehanort, and I will be talking about that in a little bit. And she was crystallized, and thus she was scattered into 7 pieces. Ironically, 7 hearts, 13 darknesses. We know the song and dance of this series. And the 5, well, basically all 7 of the parts were in Scala de Caelum. And Sora was attempting to find them by using the power of awakening and basically sacrificing himself to save her. He sacrificed himself for her. You know, Cloud Atlas actually had a perfect synopsis for this with the future Tom Hanks character, the one that's on the backwards society, the, own language people, the True, that I don't remember what the name of them were, and Halle Berry's character as they're attempting to climb this mountain that everybody's afraid of, and you see this sort of demon-looking character go, "You Judas your kin for a piece of ass." Well, not exactly the same synopsis here, but Sora's basically sacrificing himself to save Kairi. Of course, this is the Disney aspect of this. True love conquers all, right? Yeah, it does. Here's what happens. He finds her, he saves her. No shit. Oh wow, we get a really epic cutscene with Mickey pushing back the copies of Xehanort's armored form as he attempts to free the others from the key. And it just made no freaking sense to me. And then he saves Kairi, and Kairi and him take on Xehanort, and this could have just been an alternate battle in the third freaking game! Look, I'm not gonna lie here. This could have been one of 2 different things. Either one, a complete game in its own right. And I mean complete with just throw in some worlds, throw in a decent story, the ability to team up with some of the other characters, and we could be talking one sweet game. Or actually take the time, since this came out about almost a year after the actual game. Sadly, though, for you Xbox One players, you won't get it till February, but hope you like the spoilers, because Square planned that one out perfect, didn't they? Yeah. So, this game could have just been added. All this DLC could have just been part of the actual game itself, and it probably would have done better. There were parts in this that felt hollow and empty upon my second watch of this, and guess what? This fills up those cracks where it should have counted. Why couldn't we have this as part of the actual third game and not as DLC? And don't you dare out there tell me that DLC counts as the third game, because the third game was the third game, and DLC is aftermarket bullshit. So, we get this DLC, but it's not in just one part. Oh, no. There's 3 stories, each getting sequentially unlocked. Because then the next part is them dealing with, and I love this, by the way, it's 1 year later and everything else that they're dealing with. Wait, hold on. I think there's a synopsis for this, isn't there? Yeah, good old Wikipedia has a synopsis. Let me pull that up quick for a moment. I'll be right with you. Come on, where is it? Come on, give me my power here. Come on, while I'm young. Alright, well, while it loads, let me go back into my loathing of this. Oh, look, here we go. Oh, damn. Oh, well, let's see. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. Yeah, there's 3 different parts to this. Yay, 3 different parts. Not to mention 2 different endings. And you know what? I don't care anymore. Alright, come on. All I need is the... Hold on, where's the synopsis? I need the Wikipedia page. Let's see. Wikipedia. Come on, Wikipedia! I love Wikipedia! Yay, Wikipedia! I love Wikipedia. You're such a wonderful site. I have no beef with you. You can never do me wrong, Wikipedia. You're always my friend. Okay, let's see here. DLC plot. Oh, here we go. Remind, split into 3 different parts. You have Remind, the Limit Cut episode, set 1 year after Sora's disappearance, with his allies have since led an ongoing search for him. Morons! He sacrificed himself to save Kairi. He no longer exists. He basically has been wiped from space-time, but of course they don't understand this. So they visit Radiant Gardens. Riku analyzes digital copies of Sora, the organization members programmed into Sid Highwind's computer. Yes! Final Fantasy characters! You know, the thing that was so sorely missing from the third game? Guess where they are? In the DLC! Of course they are. Why throw Square Enix properties into a Square Enix game when we can just pander to more Disney chubby chuck in here with some more Disney attractions, right? Kiss off. All right, what else we got here? Going through all this, blah 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 blah. Don't care. See meets in Sid, believes Sora's and through the dreams of Riku, Kairi, and the nameless girl Sora encountered in the final world. So they're setting up for, what is this, another game? Oh wait, no, because there's a third part of this called the Secret Episode. Focuses on Sora. Again, Sora as he's trapped in the final world since his disappearance. And Sora encounters Yozora. You remember Yozora, right? The thing from that Verum Rex game from Toy Box? You know Verum Rex, that video game that actually looked a hell of a lot cooler than the game you were fucking playing? That game! Yeah! The thing that we saw the trailer for in the Toy Box world. That looked a lot cooler than the game you were fucking playing! Look, Square, if you make a trailer for a game that's better than the game that they're currently playing, that might be a problem, don't you think? Just a little bit, just a little bit. I think so. Anyway, this one pretty much goes one of 2 ways, because there's 2 different endings with this. Apparently, you're supposed to let Yozora crystallize Sora, because that's supposedly the true ending, according to fans. Personally, I think both endings suck. What the hell is the point of this? I don't know. I don't care either. And let's see, Yozora claims he was requested to save Sora, but questions his identity and battles with Sora in Shibuya. If Sora wins, Yozora fades away before Sora returns to the final world. But if Sora loses, Yozora crystallizes him and goes to the final world instead. Afterwards, regardless of who wins, it doesn't matter if you spam Cura, it doesn't matter if you went full flare on his ass, it doesn't matter if you got the Ultimate Blade, Oblivion Blade, if you're pulling out God mode on this son of a bitch, it don't matter, because regardless of who wins, Yozora awakens in a car while a closing narration ensues in his and Sora's voices, with the battle's victor saying, "None of this makes sense to me." You ain't alone in that one, kid. None of this makes any sense to me. And I'm the one that just watched it. And none of it makes sense to me. Does that make any sense to you? No. This game could have just been a stepping stone for the fourth game. This could have been Kingdom Hearts 3.5, Sora's final adventure, and then use the fourth game to kind of try to find Sora, or better yet, just named it Kingdom Hearts 3.5 and just came out with it a year later as another f***ing game. But then the kicker is they're charging $29.99 for this. But if you act now and piss up an extra $10, you can get yourself the sweet edition, the special edition that has the concert, the orchestra playing the music that I swear you can find on YouTube, uncopyright blocked, mind you, and you can listen to the music from the Kingdom Hearts game as it's played in, I believe it was Osaka, at a concert as an orchestra plays the music. And that's gonna cost me an extra $10? When a game like this comes out with DLC that one sucks, one sucks, two is horrible, and three has the audacity to charge you full price for an actual console game? Oh, sorry, half price. I forgot console games somehow jumped to $60 a fucking head. When did that happen? How much did Kingdom Hearts cost when it came out? Was that like $30? Please tell me it was like $30. When Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, that was $30, and they're basically charging you for a whole freaking game just for DLC. DLC, which should have just been in the game. DLC, which could have just been its own secret mode unlocked by fulfilling certain circumstances within the game to give you a different ending. DLC, which should have, could have, and this, God is my witness, had better have just been part of the game, and not, no, never mind, it was downloadable content, because that's what just fucking came out! Look, Square, you're remaking Final Fantasy VII. I get it. You don't have the manpower to put into Kingdom Hearts 3. You never really did. You were focused so hardly on getting your own product back out into the market. I understand that to a point. But when you drop a bomb like this, and you expect people to love this, and now we're coming out, I hear rumors about a new Xehanort game coming out? What the hell's that? Oh, speaking of Xehanort, I almost forgot about his old ass. Sadly, it's got a new voice actor again. Yes, unfortunately, the voice actor for the third game sadly passed away, as did the original Japanese actor, and we all know Leonard Nimoy died, so who do they get to replace this cursed role? Because everyone that voices the character seems to croak. So who's voicing it? William Shatner? No. No, it would be nice, though. I mean, Shatner's, getting up there. But no, William Shatner's not. No, I don't know, that creepy guy that always does the in a world thing. No, not him either. No, Christopher Lloyd. Now, I like Christopher Lloyd. He's one hell of an actor, and in all honesty, I think he's way underrated as an actor. He does a lot of good voiceover works. In fact, to me, he's one of the only reasons why I ever watched that kid's show, Cyber Chase. I only watched that just to honestly hear his voice to see how he plays the role of a villain. And they cast him for a cursed role! Way to go, morons! So now we have to protect Christopher Lloyd. Great! That's gonna be easy! He's basically now has death knocking on his door because he's voiced the role of Xehanort. Xehanort, mind you, which none of this game makes any sense. But then this is the kicker. This is the best part of this. I love this because they planned everything perfect with this. You know how certain things kind of didn't make sense the way they were positioned in the actual game? Hey, now it makes sense why that stuff wasn't positioned right. Because apparently Xehanort was talking to younger Sora at one point. And by younger Sora, I mean the Sora that got a little older until his past self caught up to him in Solid Kailum. And again, I do not appreciate the fact that you have to redo battles from the third game in DLC, which you could have just had as part of the actual game. I'm not getting off that hype train. I'm not getting off that high horse on this either. I'm going to ride this all the way home if I have to, damn it. This game, so much potential. And with the DLC, it just flushed all that potential straight down the shitter. I mean, it's gone. It just flushed it right down. There's nothing left. Just a swirling vortex of nothing. That's all you got. This could have been integrated into the third game. Let's make it so that it's a special thing. Like, oh, you completed this chapter without taking any damage. Or, oh, look, you found this object. Oh, look, this will unlock a special section in the game later on. Oh, look, here's an optional choice. You can see this other part of the game where Sora has a chance to sort of stop time and interact outside of it and not screw the pooch on it. Then explain at the end of the game when he goes looking for Kairi that he's already done that. Then all the past Soras come together and Kairi comes out of the time vortex. Because in this DLC, he's basically bending the space-time continuum over his knee and saying, take it. And then, this is the best part, too, by the way, because you can tell this is a Disney-based game, too. In the final world, or the world of Sky and Waves, or whatever the hell you want to call it, where Chirithy lives, Sora and Kairi come. Because Sora wants to drag Chirithy out of that hell to reunite her with Vexus. Or Ventus. That's Ventus. The hell, I don't even know the names of the characters anymore. I don't care. I'm so pissed off. Ventus. And in doing so is a little disturbed that Chirithy isn't there right when he shows up. And then when he calls her name, she appears out of nowhere. And I'm going to go with she because the voice, I swear, was Kairi from the English dub of Digimon Adventure 1. So, yeah, I don't care. That's what I'm going with, okay? If it's wrong, shoot me later. That's what I'm going with because that's what the voice reminds me of, okay? Thank you. So, Chirithy shows up and says that I was just trying to give you two some privacy. Really? We're talking about, what is this, T-rated? Tell me this is T-rated. This sure as hell ain't E-rated. That's for damn sure. This is T, right? This is for teens? Okay, so you're basically insinuating that two kids are going to do it in the world of Sky and Waves, where they basically can see everything and nothing, and they're just going to do it there. Privacy my ass! You know that Sora's going to die. Just tell Kairi that so that she is not shocked by it. But no, now the ending of Kingdom Hearts actually makes sense. The third game, now it makes sense. That part where Sora just vanishes on Destiny Island, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. And you want to know what else? It would have made more sense had it have been part of the game that came out a year ago! No. I am not going to unhype this. I am not going to get off my high horse on this. This is DLC at its worst. This is what happens when you allow money-hungry people to run the control of your game and run it straight into the ground. The voice actors in the actual game feel like they're having more fun. In the DLC, from what I can tell from listening to it, it sounds like they're phoning in their performances. Granted, Christopher Lloyd and is it Ozzy Jones or something? Or whoever does the voice of Sora. Those are about the only two that actually sound like they're trying. Like, they're actually having fun. The other ones just kind of feel like they're phoned in their performance. Haley Joel Osment, that's what it is. Haley Joel Osment, that's what it was. It was something. Haley Joel Osment and Christopher Lloyd. They're the only two that sound like they're actually having fun. Maybe Riku. I can't tell, because most of the other stuff is just copy and paste from the other game. Seriously. Especially the part where you had to have known it's going to be DLC when you came out with it. Why not have the guy that voiced Xehanort in the third game just read the lines and say, we're going to use it for possible, additional thing, or we might change up the story. Voice actors should be used to that. You record a shit ton of lines. There's a chance they may not all get used. And it's like, no, we're going to use it for DLC and we'll pay you for it when it comes out. It's fine because it's your voice and we're crediting you. You'll get paid for it. Do that. No. Well, you're basically taking stuff that happened in the third game, integrating it into the game, and then you're basically still telling people to bend over and take it because it's freaking DLC. This is $30, and anybody that bought this flushed it down the toilet. There is no excuse for this. This is pathetic at its best. I would say at its worst, but then again, we know what that is. That's the actual Kingdom Hearts 3 game. Like I said, second walkthrough or second time I watched the clip scenes and the playthrough and everything of it, and I'm going, yeah, you know what? The other people kind of have a point. This game does suck. It has issues, more so than what I just griped about with my complaint about the voice actors and the attractions. There's a lot more wrong with this. I will agree. But when you basically take everything horrible about the game, charge $30 to have a whole new concept of it and a whole new bunch of content for the game put into the game, which should have just been part of the game from the start as a secret Easter egg thrown in there to make people buy the game, play the hell out of it, and get you more fucking publicity, you stupid morons, because you don't understand your ass from a hole in the ground because you're too busy pandering to Disney because they want to have freaking attractions in this goddamn thing, and every single time I freaking go Rebooting. What happened? Oh yes, Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. God, I remember that. That was so horrible. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it should have just been part of the game or what? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants. Why does my head hurt so bad?